Resident Evil 8 is a beautiful yet terrifying gothic horror theme park that will absolutely scare the shit out of you. Probably. If you let it. Hear me out. I argue that this game, and this goes for 7 as well, is frightening in direct proportion to how much effort you put into being frightened by it. Chilling with your buddies, having a snack, checking your phone, playing with the lights on. I get it. We're all playing games to escape work, or school, or whatever, and enjoy ourselves. I'm not saying you shouldn't. In fact, I'm trying to help you enjoy the game the most one can. But be warned, fellow patriots, it's not as easy as it sounds. Honestly, the trap of falling into a nihilism pit lies all around us. In today's society, nothing is cooler than pretending to not give a fuck. You could potentially risk not feeling like you're one of the cool kids if you let the video game with the big meme lady scare you. I understand completely. I'm also a male between the ages of 18 and 35. I'm equally as depressed as you are. Life sure is less fun than Green Day made us think it would be. But all it takes to claw your way out of the nihilism pit and bask in the painfully hot glow of caring about stuff is to try. Turn the lights off. Disregard society completely. Immerse yourself. Try to roleplay. And I don't mean it like that, you sicko. Try to empathize with Ethan's circumstances. Be honest about how terrifying and awful this would be if it were to happen to you. I've talked about this before in reference to RE7, but along that same line, the first-person camera is absolutely perfect. I know, you don't want to hear that, but third-person still has a place in this franchise too. Personally, I like both. I just feel like the new first-person camera works better for horror. The limited field of view, closer encounters with enemies, and just an overall feeling that you and the character are one and the same. Fortunately and unfortunately, the environment's surrealism is really cool and just perfect. I feel like I'm in Disney's The Haunted Mansion, and that's a place where I've always wanted to be. However, it's so outlandishly different from any environment I've personally ever been in that it detracts from that crucial immersion. These textures are beautiful and the attention to detail is wonderful, everything looks amazing, but all that familiarity that made the Baker House so terrifying is gone. In my opinion, horror in general, whether it's Resident Evil or not, works better when it's subtle. The gothic horror Universal Monsters vibe is sweet in a way that's kind of perfect to me, but it's immediately over the top. We have werewolves and vampires in Resident Evil, people. I blinked hard at Little Napoleon from 4, but this has me full on concerned. I don't want to sound like I don't love it. There are wonderful villains like Lady Dominatrix and Heisenberg, and the design of Mother Miranda is outstanding. I adore it. I just think the more unrealistic you get, the less frightening you get. To a point. Actually, perhaps the most terrifying and disgusting thing I've ever seen in any video game happens in RE8. And it's not realistic at all. If you played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please don't let it be spoiled for you. You can't expect to be scared when you know exactly what's coming next. It helps that in a lot of the game's most effective moments, the player character is completely powerless. For example, you have no weapons at all in the really messed up section I referenced a few seconds ago, and good luck fighting back against Lady Dimitrescu. That feeling of utter helplessness contrasted by the warm safety of the typewriter and its comforting music makes for a dynamic experience full of highs and lows. Is it as cohesive as 7? Does it feel as grounded? Is Chris Redfield a good person? No, but it opens up the future of Resident Evil to be whatever the devs want it to be. It could be third-person inventory Tetris, it could be first-person PT homage, anything in between or something completely outside the wheelhouse of what's come before.
About damn time.
Horror games aren't just games. You're not just testing your skill, you're having an experience. The people who curate these experiences put a lot of their time, effort, and themselves into you having the best, most complete interaction with their vision possible. The least we can do is try our best to be as involved as we can be. If we're going to spend our time this way, enjoy it. Intentionally suspend a little disbelief, unfold our arms, stop using the cry laughing emoji and typing LMFAO at the end of an angry rant. Put yourself out there in an honest way and stop acting like an entire generation that's afraid to admit they care about Resident Evil.